To this video, do me a quick favor, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate you guys. Let's hop in.
All right, you guys, now I've got to tell you the story because so many of you guys are messaging me going, what happened? And honestly, I could use your help because I'm not really sure what did happen. And many of you guys are always so concerned about my health and my safety because we go in and we talk about these deep topics. And when you really get into history and you start looking backward, you start to upset powerful structures, people that have had power for a very long time and are willing to kind of be deranged. And when it comes to defending that power, what happened on September 4th of last year in a series of events was I went on Piers Morgan to debate Rabbi Shmuley after he was calling me anti-Semitic. It went very badly for Rabbi Shmuley as Piers Morgan pulled clips like he was lying live about things that I had said that I had never said. And then Piers Morgan was able to debunk that. And on September 4th in particular, this particular part of the debate, I was making an argument that we have to recognize that there are radicals, like holding the title rabbi doesn't mean anything. And there are radicals amongst every religion, and there are radical sects that break out. And here is exactly what I said that warranted, according to this person who was running this group chat, him to try to kill me. So here is what I said to Rabbi Shmuley on September 4th of last year. One of the things that the world is recognizing and what we've always recognized is that there are radical fringe sects that break out within every single religion, amongst every race. There's white supremacy, there's black supremacy, there's radical Islam, there are all of these Christ cults around the world. And I think right now it's important for people to understand that radical Judaism is also a thing. And you're watching an example of it right now on your screen. The person sitting across from me or sitting next to me, I guess, it posted on his Facebook page in 2016 a tribute to someone who he said was his mentor. That was Rabbi Menachem Schneerson. He said he was his mentor and his friend. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Rabbi Schneerson, there were some Jews who believed that he was and is the Messiah. So rejecting Christ, but believing that that rabbi was his Messiah. Now, you may remember in the news recently, there was this radicalized faction of the Lubavitch Orthodox community in Brooklyn that were digging tunnels in Brooklyn and hurling benches at police officers. Well, and by the way, this is per the Times of Israel, that faction of individuals are followers of Rabbi Schneerson. So again, you have Rabbi Shmuley who believes that that's his mentor. They believed that he was the Messiah. What is it? It becomes important to understand. What did Rabbi Schneerson preach? Well, he preached Jewish supremacism, the hatred of all non-Jews. And you don't have to take my word for it, because if I said it, they would say that's anti-Semitism. You should instead take the word of the two Jewish professors who translated his work. Those authors' names were Israel Shahak and Norton Mezvinsky. And their book was entitled Jewish Fundamentalism in Israel.
Okay, so real quick. She called out a radical Jewish sect or cult, and I guess the name's Rabbi What? 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 What?
They speak different languages, rule different nations, have totally opposite beliefs, but there's one thing every powerful president has in common. They never, and I mean never, start their day without a classified intelligence briefing. It's called the Presidential Daily Brief in America, but every leader has their own version. Top secret threats, enemy movements, economic risks, all in one document, every single morning. You think your morning news is scary? Imagine waking up to this. Want to know what's inside these files? Follow Know It All. We dig deeper. They speak different languages, rule different nations, have
Imagine a nuclear missile heading towards America. In that moment, where do the most powerful people go? Not the White House, not Camp David. They go here. Welcome to Raven Rock, the doomsday bunker, built in total secrecy. Today, we take you inside the mountain, to a place designed for the end of the world. During the Cold War, the US feared one thing more than anything: nuclear annihilation. That's when construction began in Pennsylvania's Blue Ridge Mountains. Built in the 1950s, Raven Rock could house hundreds of government officials, even the president. It's basically a Pentagon underground. Once inside, it's like a whole city hidden beneath the rock. Secure blast doors. Sleeping quarters for 3,000 plus people. Kitchens, power stations, water systems, medical centers. Everything you'd need for months. There's even a communication hub to run the country during a nuclear fallout. The walls, 3 feet thick, steel and concrete, built to survive direct nuclear impact. So secretive, even people in the military don't talk about it. Nicknamed the Underground Pentagon, this place is connected by underground tunnels to other bunkers, including Camp David. There's a rumor that it holds more than just officials. Some say it has nuclear launch codes, surveillance rooms, and classified storage that even the public has never seen. It's built not just to survive, but to control. If the alarms go off, the president, VP, key military heads, and hand-picked individuals are flown in. You, me, regular citizens, we're not on the list. This is for the elite, not the everyday American. So the next time you hear about global tensions, remember this. There's a whole city under a mountain, ready for the worst-case scenario, and it's real. Welcome to the world's most powerful bunker, where the end of the world doesn't mean the end for everyone. Subscribe to Know It All for more hidden truths the world never told you.
That's so fun. Coolest plugin I ever used.
Arcade is used by the top artists and producers in the game. You could chop samples, play out instruments, or use.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Trump police state has begun. We are no longer in the hypothetical part of the timeline. We are in the right now part of the timeline. It's not tanks rolling down the streets yet, although they will be for Trump's birthday parade. It's ICE raids at Home Depot, protesters called insurrectionists, National Guard troops patrolling Los Angeles like it's Fallujah, and threats of Marines being deployed as well. Robert Reich published a terrifying but very important piece in The Guardian that we are linking to that we need to take very seriously, where everything he describes, every step in the authoritarian playbook, is really happening right now under Donald Trump. And it is a movie that we have seen before, and that's one of the scariest parts of this. When Mussolini wanted to consolidate power, he called protesters terrorists and sent black shirts.
Stop killing us! Stop killing us! Stop killing us! Stop killing us! Stop killing
Welcome to AfriPlus News Channel, your #1 destination for bold, analytical, and truth-seeking perspectives from Africa and around the world. If you are new here, kindly take a moment to like this video, share it across your platforms, and subscribe to our channel for relevant and important updates like this one. Your support helps amplify the stories and voices often ignored by mainstream media. In today's analysis, we journey from the streets of Nairobi to the burning unrest in California. These may seem like disconnected events on 2 continents, but they are deeply linked by a shared global struggle, resistance, censorship, and the manipulation of truth. So stay with us. Let's begin in Kenya, where a tragic and disturbing incident has shaken the hearts of many. A young activist was arrested and later died in a police cell. The official story given to the public was that the activist banged his head against the wall. But in a shocking turn, that narrative changed, raising even deeper suspicions about what truly happened in that cell. If he truly died by his own actions, why alter the story? Why is the voice of peaceful dissent so threatening that it must be silenced behind closed bars?
So, these are the scenes outside Central Police Station. If you are waiting for a perfect day for Maandamano, this is it, guys. So, let me show you around.
Sasa ule askari ni wazimu, akwaje kwa sababu Samia. Na mfuze police reforms. Asome police reforms. Stop killing us! 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 Stop killing us!
Why does it appear that in some African countries, law enforcement has become an instrument for state-sponsored terror instead of a shield for justice? And most importantly, how many more voices must be silenced before real accountability begins? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you believe really happened in that cell? As if that tragedy wasn't enough, another Kenyan citizen, a woman, was arrested for merely creating an online link for fellow citizens to express their views on the controversial government finance bill. This was not a weapon. It was not a rallying cry for war. It was simply a digital space for voices to be heard, yet it was treated as a crime. In what kind of democracy is public opinion punishable? When did technological tools for civic engagement become threats to national security? And if creating a forum for people to voice their opinions peacefully is illegal, what form of expression remains? Dear viewers, should citizens in Africa be arrested for simply wanting to participate in the decisions that shape their lives? Your answer belongs in the comments section. We want to hear your views. Now let's shift the lens to the United States, California to be specific, where riots have erupted across multiple cities. People are protesting, rioting, and expressing their anger in destructive ways.